Mentalist Lior Suchard once said that to be truly creative means not thinking outside the box because that's what everyone does, but instead thinking in between both boxes. I credit part of my success to public speaking from my short stint in theater and improv. And in this week's episode of Master Talk, I'm going to teach you how to leverage theater to master any presentation. Hi everyone, my name is Brendan. I'm the founder of Master Talk, your go-to channel to mastering your talk. And today we're covering how to leverage the arts to maximize the impact of any presentation you give. So let's get into it. Number one, falling in love with disaster. Picture this, it's Sunday night and I'm at Theatre St. Catherine in Montreal and it's improv class. What's interesting about the class is when it ends, because there's always a show that's given to everyone who attended. But the punchline is the people who are a part of the show are the people in the class. No budget, no experience in improv, but for some reason, every single person in that room said, I want to be a part of the show, which shocked me. And there's a strong lesson there. It's no matter how low the budget was, no matter how terrible the show was going to be, in my view anyways, the people in that room decided to take a chance. They said, I want to be a part of this. And this transitioned a lot into my professional life when I give professional keynotes or really any type of presentation, because it doesn't matter what happens. Whether the slides aren't working, the lights aren't working, you're late because nobody's opening the door for you. Falling in love with disaster means to embrace every bad opportunity as the ultimate opportunity to master your talk. And if you're able to raise your hand, even if you don't want to, you'll be able to transition a lot of the lessons I got from theater into any professional presentation. Number two, always say yes. In improv, we have a golden rule, and that rule is you should never say no. Because if you say no, when there's no context, you have to create a scene out of thin air. Well, the scene ends and it's awkward. You're not able to create that experience for your audience. So what does this mean for the people in the show? Well, it's pretty simple. It's not that they didn't make mistakes, but rather that they rolled with it, regardless of what happened and regardless of the numbers of mistakes that they'd make. So how does this transition to professional presentations? If you always say yes and you're always building upon something and you're always showing appreciation for the opportunity you have as a speaker, you'll always take more risk. The people who take more risk in presentations will be able to get their audience excited about their ideas. I mean, think about it. Most of the presentations that you attend in your life usually starts with something like this. Hi everyone, my name is Brendan and today I'm going to bore you to death. But instead, if you start your presentation with a little anecdote, a little story, maybe even a quote, or someone who's well-dressed who's jumping around in a couch, you'll be able to change the mind of your audiences and break the noise so that they'll say yes as well. And number three, thinking fast on your feet, especially in the context of impromptu or spontaneous presentations. When you think about it, improv isn't something that you get ready ahead of time for, but rather a situation where you say, give me a scene, give me a fruit, give me an animal, and you have to make a scene out of that situation. And the beauty of that is that it helps you prepare for presentations that you don't have time to prepare for. And in that context, what's going to happen is improv provides a very safe space for you to practice in the unknown. So when you go back to work, you go back to your regular life and you're giving presentations, your confidence level as a speaker will skyrocket. So don't just think of theater as something that you watch in the audience, but rather as an opportunity for you to get on stage. Whether that stage is a classroom, a boardroom, or maybe even a karaoke room. Mentalist Lior Suchard once said that to be truly creative means not thinking outside the box, and I completely agree with him because that's what everyone does. Instead, he challenges us to think in between those boxes. There's a lot of experiences in your life that have nothing to do with presentations, much like improv or dance or really a lot of my videos. But there's always a lesson that can be drawn from those random experiences that you can bring back into the craft that you're trying to master. And improv was no exception to this rule. It was an amazing stepping stone for me to be the speaker that I am today. As always, if you enjoyed this week's episode of Master Talk, please be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well to see more videos like this. And I'll leave you off with one final note. Being creative doesn't mean being a part of a box or being outside a box, but rather finding a box that works for you and doing whatever inspires you to be a better presenter. Till next time, have an awesome week and cheers.